How was practice today?
It was good. It was good. With this, we got another 2 this afternoon. We got another practice. It was mainly big majority of it was special teams, which is what we do on 2 days. We take one up and make a majority of the special teams. So got a lot accomplished, a lot of different situations.
These guys handling the 2 days and the grind of camp so far pretty well?
Yes, they have. This afternoon will be our 15th one, so we'll be more than halfway done with camp. So it goes by faster than you think. As a coach, you like to have 15 more. As a player, you like to have 15 less, seems like. So they just keep pushing.
You mentioned last week that some guys were flashing, but you wanted to see them kind of in pads a little bit more before commenting. Now, there's still some guys that are pretty consistently, standing out.
Yeah, they are. Nobody had a setback when we put pads on, so everybody's kept progressing. Every once in a while you might have that, but so far it's going really well. The scrimmage type things that we've had and the physical competition things we've had.
You want to create more turnovers this year on defense. Is there any way of telling when you're in the middle of camp if you're making progress there, or is that just something that happens on game days?
Well, we chart it. We kind of go with it. I know we're catching the ball better when it hits us in the secondary, which is the first key. So I think that's good. And then we'll see when game time comes. I definitely hope that we'll be able to knock a few more fumbles loose, be able to push the back and the quarterback back in the pocket, get in his pocket a little bit. So now a couple balls might sail, tip, and then you get those tip reactions. Those type of things is where you notice that. And then, the obvious, we got to catch the football. So they've been working on that. But I hope 3 or 4 of those type of things happen more often.
Have you had any what you feel was a bad practice yet at all?
We've had a couple that started slow a little bit, but we haven't had a full bad practice yet, which that's been very encouraging.
At this point last year, had you?
Yeah, we had. Yeah. And I just think we're stronger, in better condition, and more maturity, and they know how to go through camp. We don't have as many young guys, so I think that helps the mentality and the mental part of it, mental toughness of it.
Can you tell yet, is Cepho seeing the defense is better? Is he protecting the ball a little bit better this year?
Yeah, he did well in the spring, and like I keep saying, if we're better on defense and we run the ball a little better, Cepho will get better. If we're not better on defense and we don't run the ball better, it's all on Cepho. So that's all you can say. And so I think all of those phases are getting better, and I think Cepho definitely has improved. He made a huge jump from freshman year to last year. I knew he threw a couple of too many picks. We all understand that. But he was a sophomore. When you look at if we would have played a little bit better, he pretty 51 records in 1 year, pretty good. And so I think that he'll make. I don't know if he'll make that same jump. If he does, then he'll win the Heisman. So I don't think. But I think that his jump will be a significant jump. I don't think it'll be as much as last year, because he's really doing well and he's seeing the field well. I feel good about it.
How's George Frazier developing as an offensive threat?
George he plays multiple positions. There's a lot of things he can do. He catches the ball well, he runs the ball well, he blocks well. So we're using him in all those different situations. So not even when he has the ball in his hands, his ability to block, his ability to clear out on routes, and now the fullback or somebody's open, he's able to do all that. So he's very significant in that area. So yes, he's catching the ball well, and yes, he's running it well, but he does so many other things on the edge, blocking and different things that makes him even more of an offensive threat.
Is it helping him to concentrate just on offense this year?
Yes, sir. I think it is. Yeah.
How is Akello?
Akello is doing good. He just hurt his foot just a little bit, his arch, so we held him out to not aggravate. He'll be back in the next day or two, but he was doing really, really well.
Year 2, though, how is he? How much difference is there?
To me, there's a big difference. He's made a good jump. He's playing with a lot more confidence out there. He has good range. He understands how to play these guys, and he understands that every guy he goes up against has got speed. I think that's the difference when you get to another level, that every guy is good, every guy is precise, and the quarterbacks throw the ball on time, and there's a lot of rhythm to it, and I think he's figured that out.
I think he suffered an injury during camp last year, too, didn't he?
He had a back issue for a long time.
Yeah.
It really hampered him through the first few games.
So this isn't that?
No, not at all. No.
Is there a possibility we see Ken Crawley as a kick punt returner this year?
There's a possibility you could see him there, but I think Shea and Spruce are the guys right now, but we have been working with Kenneth, yes.
With Nelson, is there any concern there, or is it more just he's a veteran, you don't want to push him with his calf right now?
Yeah, we're just holding him out a little bit here and there, and looking at the other guys, and we know what he can do. We want to keep his legs fresh and keep pushing it on double days and different things that we're doing.
Anything else?
You had expressed a hope early in camp that you would have a couple running backs maybe separate themselves a little bit from the pack. Have you seen that yet, or is it still anybody's game back there?
Well, we're still going to play a few guys, and we'll make that decision when we get to the week of the first game of exactly how we're going to do that. Because then the other guys will do kicking game opportunity, have them on, because they're all such good athletes. We'll have them in different areas on kicking games and that type of thing. So we're just working them, and knock on wood, hopefully none of them get nicked up here in a little bit, and so they got to be all ready to do that. But we'll make that decision when we get into the first week on the repetitions, or the week of the game.
Thank you.